All right, so we got to talk about something. There's a reason why you guys are here. That's me pointing at you, even though it's pointing at me right now. It's kind of creepy. The reason why you guys are here is because you want to make money and you want to make money in real estate and you wanted to find a training that provided you the education for you to make money. Is that correct? I'm assuming
Yes.
you're not paying us because you want to pay me,
I need some
right?
education.
Education, Monty, right? So that's why you're here. So in essence, what was happening here? I was giving you the knowledge that I have learned in my career, my unique way of doing business to make, $500,000 a year, pretty routinely without really trying too hard with my systems and procedures. In exchange for that knowledge and experience, you were giving us a little bit of dough. Um, I'm going to give you guys a little background real quick on all of this stuff. As a matter of fact, Dan and I never started a training to make money. Before the Coaching by Cusi program or the iterations of this, there was another one called the Cusimano method, which I didn't even create. Someone else who came to, just so you know, someone in the Keller Williams world. God, I don't think I've ever told this story, at least here with you guys, but it's important to where I'm going. He sat into one of my live trainings I just did at my brokers, and he flew over. I guess you watched on Zoom or a recording of it. He flew over, sat in my office, like, you need to sell this thing. No, he goes, I want to help you build a coaching program. It's like, that's fine, that's cool. He's like, do you sell it? I'm like, no. He's like, well, I need you to sell it. I have all the ways you do it. The only way you're gonna get better at training and coaching is if you sell it, because you won't be motivated to do it. Great. Anyways, that relationship didn't last long because we just had two different ways looking at things. Fast forward a couple years, I still had all this training material. COVID hit, had some time on my hands because of the lockdown. Dan calls me up. He's bored. He's looking for things to do. Dan Lastman, my buddy here, and he's a tech guy. I'm like, you know what? I had this coaching thing for a while, and maybe we can start that back up. Long story short, it just kept on growing and things started adding up in cost. This Zoom platform is a couple $100 a month. School communities, Kajabi is our email and messaging platform. All the time that we have taken out coaching training and all that stuff, and all the fees that are associated with payment systems, they all add up. And for the very first time in 3 years or 4 years of us doing this now, Dan, we both made, you guys want to know? We both pulled out $500. Woo!
So ripping it
Yeah!
well.
Go us, right?
That's strong.
That's strong 500, right?
Living large, baby.
But the reason why we charged in the first place was, yeah, our time is valuable, but also these things cost money, and they weren't ever here to really, I didn't really get into it to make the money, right? That wasn't it. But we needed to charge something in order for us to keep it going. And we finally took out a whopping $500, and I took my wife to dinner and to the casino, and it was a fun night. That's what we did with it. So, anyways, but
Did you win?
no, hell no, we didn't win. The house always wins.
The house always wins.
I came out smelling like a dive bar. So the only one who won is the dry cleaners. That's it. Mm. But anyways, we came up with some problems throughout the years of this training. And honestly, I didn't really care too much about it because this wasn't a business of mine. And I mean, I did, but I couldn't focus on that because I'm doing my dailies like I'm doing every day, and I'm raising my babies. But we do have a new version of the training coming out. And before we launch the new version of the training out, I wanted to solve all the problems that we've heard from people over and over again. Here are the 4 problems on your screen here. 1, people struggle with the monthly commitment. Even though it's $67, some of you are less, some of you are 47 year grandfathered in. Even though it's $67 a month, very common behind the scenes, we'll get someone like, I'm just not doing it. I'm doing whatever instead. I'm just not really focused on it. I struggle with committing to this monthly. I need to cancel. And then they'll come back a couple months later, weeks later, like, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm back. How do I get back in? And all this stuff. And it was like they're struggling committing. That was always a big thing. And then also a lot of people were saying that, well, because I'm not doing this and I'm not really focused in real estate full time, I don't have the residual cash to spend on this thing. And it'll be the same behind the scenes, canceling, restarting. I'm like, okay, we got to solve these problems because it's taking too much of our time away, mostly dance, to be honest. And then people who were getting into it, they were saying, Chris, there's a lot of info. It's too much information. I don't know where to start. I don't know where I should be. I don't know what I should do. And they're right. There's a lot of stuff in there. And the 4th thing is, okay, I love your training, everything that you do. How do I invite people? We never really had a good way to invite people. So we want to solve these 4 problems. And when we solve these 4 problems, there is a really cool way for you guys to possibly not even have to do real estate ever again and live on your laptop in Hawaii, what I'm going to show you today is going to make more sense. That might be right up your alley. All right. Maybe not. We'll see. All right. So let's talk about the too much info problem, right? ChatGPT made that for me. I said, show me a guy with too much information going to his head with a water hose. And they made me that. Creepy as F, but I kept it. I liked it. So, but there's too much information out there. How do we solve all that? How would we solve that problem? So in 4.0, we created what's called the speed ramp model. So the speed ramp model is one of two ways you can do 4.0's training. So the 6 phases model is one way, speed ramps the other. I'm going to talk about the 6 phases. 6 phases is the traditional training built in 6 phases on each other. You do phase 1, go to phase 2, go to phase 3, et cetera, et cetera. And each one of those phases has anywhere between, 8 and 20 training lessons, anywhere from 10 minutes to an hour long. It's in depth. It's going to take a while. And that is really what a traditional online training platform is, a ton of content. But that wasn't what everyone wanted. Actually, a lot of people didn't want that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make what I call the speed ramp. It's a list you have right there. It's the fast track. How do you get there the fastest? It's basically my greatest hits, right? So it's 10 quick pace trainings, everything that you need to start and do well. It's my bread and butter. So what do I mean by it's my bread and butter? I teach a class called My Bread and Butter. It's the stuff that I did for years before I started adding more stuff on when I got kind of bored. It's my daily HBCs, communicating, and my birthday methods, all by delivering my my products. So, it's the product, promotion, and presentation, the 3 P's of business. And these are just 10 really quick pieces of training that get you from A to B as fast as humanly possible, doing everything that you really need to do without all the extra fluff and the bells and whistles. So boom, love it. I can't wait to get that going. That's called the speed ramp. So that solves a too much info problem. But now we have 3 more problems that we mentioned earlier. How do we solve those? By the way, if I'm going too fast, I'm way over caffeinated. I just worked out. My pre-workout stoned me. So just tell me to slow down if you want. I'm like, pew, 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 pew. I need to come off my my pre-workout high. So as of now, you guys have, in exchange for Dan doesn't know I took this screenshot earlier, but we exchange our knowledge. We're having a meeting yesterday. I'm just taking random screenshots, not even listening to them. And this was one of them. So we're exchanging our knowledge for your money, right? That's you. Okay, it's not you. Let's see if you're waking. That's you, sort of. That's you guys on Zoom. But what if we can merge you guys together in a box with us? If we can make you business partners, if you will. You, myself, and Dan. And instead of paying $67 a month, you pay nothing. That's going to solve some problems for some people, right? How do we do that? So in exchange for that, for exchange for our knowledge, you pay us nothing. Oh, it's you again. Right here, that's you again. That's like the ultimate goal. How do we exchange our knowledge and you guys pay nothing? How do we do it? Well, I didn't want to just stop there and show you how to do that. I also was like, well, how do we get them to make money as a partner? Because if you're a business partner, you're not just not paying anything, you're making money. But how do you make money and pay money and just still be a business? And that's what we're going to talk about today. It's called our Homes by Cusi, not Homes by Cusi. So that's my real estate team. That Sasha is no longer on. That's the Homes by Cusi. That's a business coaching by Cusi. A partnership program, also known as affiliated program. So basically, this is how the partnership would work if you're interested. And we're going to dive into the nuts and bolts in a little bit, and the rest of it would be Q&A. You apply for an affiliate link that is specific to you. Then you're going to create content, which we're going to help you with. That is the next training, by the way. Anyone who wants to push this product, we're going to help you create your content and ways to promote it. You post your content. You also reach out to agents the same way that we teach you to reach out to people with your daily HBCs in your list. This is my updated list I printed yesterday. And then you get paid a full partnership split. So let me explain what that means. After today, people who start this program get 30% per sale, no matter what it is, and it's residual, right? So they get 30% and Dan and I will get 70. That's after today. That's a 1/3 split each. But you're going to be like, okay, wait, hold on. That's not really even 30-70. Well, it is. It's 33.3 because there's Dan, me, and you. And that's after today. And when you're like, well, what? You're probably like, well, why 30%? Why not 33? It'll be 33, 70, whatever it is, 67. But this is why, because PayPal charges a 3% fee plus a transaction fee. So we're like, all right, if we're in a partnership, the partner pay the 3%, we'll eat the fee 50-50. Actually, you're making more than us at that point. Because because we have what's called business cost. But as a business partner, you don't have any business costs. Dan and I do, like the things we mentioned earlier. So you're truly making more money after today. But I said today was special, and it is. I'm going to give you an opportunity to make more than Dan and I today with not a 30% split, but a 47-53% split. Why 47-53? Like I said before, PayPal charges a 3% fee. You eat that, and we cover all the other costs. So for everyone who showed up today and who wants to be a Coaching by Cusi business partner and wants to try to push this product, and we'll talk about ways to do that today and more in detail in the next meeting, we'll give you 47% of the income that you generate from anyone who signs up. You have no fees, you have no risk, and you have zero business costs. You don't need to pay Dan, you don't need to pay for Kajabi, you don't need to pay for the Zoom, you don't have to pay for the school community or anything else, or any taxes on our end. At least you might have to you can have income taxes on yours, I'm sure. Right. And you make more than Dan and I. You make 50%. Dan and I make 25% each. So you're making more than us. I can't be more generous than that. So with that, you solve the problem. Now the training is free if you refer just 2 people, and you get income. Let me explain. Here's the math of it. I got to mute someone. Hold on real quick. Olga, I'm muting you. Or you mute yourself real quick, Olga. Thank you, Mucho. All right. So here's the math of it. Right now, the cost, well, some of you are 47, been around for a while, but the cost is $67 a month, right? It's the price of one rental sale per year. If you don't get a rental sale in our program, that's not on me. I'll be, just be real about it. But 4.0, when it gets released, it's gonna be $74 a month. By the way, your price never increases. So people who bought in when we were at $47 are still 47. Even if we make this $7,000 later on, they're still $47. If you're $67 a month now, you're always going to be 67. The next iteration, 4.0, is going to be at $74 a month. We're raising a whopping $7. So our next payout, Dan and I get, won't be $500. It'll be $600. We're going to go crazy on our next payout. And let's keep on going with the math. So if you do the math at your 47% of $74 of everyone who signs up with your personal link, you're going to earn just under $35 per month on that one referral. If you get 2 referrals, it's $69.56, which is more expensive or more money that you're bringing in than you're paying us. So I'm sure the bells are going off here like, oh, that's how they're still going to get paid and how I get it for free. Right? And you make a profit on it. And it's just 2 people. 2 people. That's it. And you're going to be wondering, like, what do I say and how to say it? Don't worry. That's the next training for anyone who wants to do this seriously. But we're going to take this a little step further. Let's go here. Let's do real money math here. If you get 10 referrals, 10 to this program, however you do it, sales webinars, emails, Facebook posts, content, reels, TikToks, whatever you do, we'll talk about that. 10 referrals gets you $280.80. And you might be like, well, that math doesn't add up. That's because I knocked off your $67. So it's $280.80 per month and the free training forever. If you get 30 referrals, you're making $1,000 a month. It is $1,000 because I'm knocking off that $67. And if you get 100 referrals, that's $3,400 per month residual in your pocket every single month, just for 100 real estate agents that you give a program that they can also get for free, just not as easy as you can. They only got to make 3 sales because remember, they go back to the 30%. You're at 50 forever. But anyways, you just say, hey, listen, this is a trading that I love, that I enjoy, and there's a really cool way that it's free. Here's a link to join. If you want to know how it's free, I'll let you know because you can get it for free too. And there's 1.5 million real estate agents out there, right? You're trying to tell me you can't find 100 realtors if you really want to over the course of a year or even 6 months, if you really committed to it and put it in your your dailies in your schedule every day to reach out or create content organized. You can't find 100 people. I guarantee you within the year you can. You just gotta, you just have to try it, and we can talk about ways of how to try that. So that's real money. That is that's $3,400 a month is almost what I made per month bartending before I got into real estate, almost, right? So, and it's residual and it just compounds. So you're like, okay, well, how do we do that? Well, it's easy. So you know my method if you've been in a training, or if you've been, maybe in the training you haven't gone this far. I don't know. But I have what I call my daily HBCs you see on your screen. I print it up every single day. Oh, my monitor just went out. That's always good. Oh, there it goes. And I print it up every day and I get to work on whatever on things here. So basically, I'll take things off my daily HBCs and I stick them on my calendar. So here is an example of what you can do. I added affiliated work onto my dailies because I want to grow this myself. So on my calendar, I have them broken up in hourly increments. Sorry if this is redundant, you've heard this before, but maybe it's a good refresher. And in these hourly increments, I will put what I'm going to plan on doing for that particular hour. And all I'm going to do is add affiliated work at least for 3 hours per week, and how to grow. If I was an affiliate, how to grow. And that's what you will do. You'll just add to your dailies, your time block. One of the biggest questions I always get is like, how do you do so much, Chris? I don't know how you keep up. It's this every single day. Like, here's yesterday's and here's today's. And it was Monday and Tuesday. I throw them out at the end of the week. They're there every day. And that's all it is. It's not complicated. And if you want to know what affiliated work is, again, we're going to go over this in detail with just the affiliates over the next training or so. But basically, in a nutshell, it's talking to agents, creating content, which we're pretty much going to create for you and with you, scripts and Canva things and all that stuff. Participating in Facebook group chats are very helpful. Having it in your email signature, like, hey, want the coolest program that is very easily could be free? Click here to check out what we have cooking for you. Blogging, video sales letters. And here's the best way, if you guys are interested in this, sales webinars. Let me explain. If we go through all the people that are in our training right now, Dan showed me that 56% of the people who joined it was from a sales webinar that I did. And I only did, I think, 4 of them. I don't even think I did that many. It might have been only like 3. And the sales webinars are hour-long explaining the trainings. Maybe you guys are here because of it. And it's already done for you. So you go on, you can do this every week if you want. We'll build out your email series before and after, you follow up, and everyone who comes from your sales webinar, which is already done for you, you just need to practice it a few times, that signs up with your affiliated link, you get paid. You can do this anywhere. You can bring your laptop to Fiji. You can move to the mountains of Gatlinburg, Tennessee, wherever you want. And you could sit there and freaking just do sales webinars every freaking week and get 200 to 300 people referrals on your link under you in a year or 2 years time. Make your 10 grand per month living in the mountains on solar panels and having a great life. That is a real option if you don't like doing real estate as a business, that we have provided for you. I know sometimes I wish I wasn't a realtor. So I'm like, this seems like a pretty cool option. So I'm just letting you know that option now exists. So real question, 100 people, $3,400 a month extra. What would that do for you, Teresa?
Keep me out of the classroom.
Get you out of the classroom. It's just 100 people. Why don't you share with all the teachers that you're working with, right? Like, hey, this training has gotten me out, and you can, it's a free training. Let me tell you how. Click this link. What teacher, you want to know how whatever this guy makes $500,000 a year? Click this link, right? That's all you got to do. You'll get some signups. So to compare what you get today versus after people who didn't show up today, except for the people calling me on the side because we're busy, but that's different. There's a partnership today, 47%, 30 referrals will make you $1,000 residual every month. And of course, you get free membership for life, get grandfathered in. After today, it's 30% partnership. So glad you guys came today. 30 referrals is going to make you $600 per month in free membership for life, which is still pretty darn good. So good thing that you're here today. Clevis, is that a baby on you? Clevens, I should say. I called you Clevis. Got a baby on him. So that's that. So that's how we took these 4 problems before we relaunched 4.0 and solved them. We made monthly commitment no longer a thing. We allow people to make more residual cash. In essence, we allow people to get out of real estate sales as a whole and instead of get into promoting this if they wanted. It's a business that they don't have to create. They just got to teach. Easy peasy. It's just their time. Get rid of the too much info problem with the speed ramp, and then get rid of the problem of where do I send people? You'll have your own affiliated link. Okay. You guys follow me so far? Is anyone going to do this before I continue on? All right. There's
I am.
1, 2, 3. Okay,
I am.
couple. Well, there's a couple rules, so I wanted to get your confirmation before you hit the rules. All right. Rules are you have to be a member for at least 4 months. Why? Because we have a 90-day trial. You can't just sign them for $1 and then start doing it. That's kind of douchey, right? You actually have to be a member. You have to actually be in it for a little bit. Let's be honest. You get paid every month, which is not a rule, just so you know. You can either get the way the system's set up, you can get paid every 30, 60, or 90 days. And I'm like, let's pay them every month. That's how I would want to be paid. Why spread it out? Plus, if you get paid more often, you get more devoted to send more. We're not going to pay you on trial payments. So if you send someone a trial link or a trial product, like $1 for 90 days, we're not giving you 37 cents. I'm just not doing it. So we're not wasting our time with that. And for anyone you send a link to, it does last 30 days. It's default setting inside of Kajabi's the system we use. So if you send someone the link and they don't sign up in 30 days, then it's just a regular sale that goes to us. And the reason why that's there, well, one, I didn't create it, but the reason why they tell me it's there is from their tracking on this. When they started doing that, the affiliate members for other coaching programs will be more interested in following up with the people they send links to because they have 30 days to click it. If they just sent that link out and they didn't have it, they'll just let the link just linger on for years without calling and following up. So you have 30 days. And also, this is not investing, meaning that if you go out and you're like, oh, I don't want to pay your $67 a month anymore, well, it just collapses the whole house of cards if people did that. You still have to be a member to be a part of it, right? And plus, if you're making $3,000, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month, anyways, $67 as a business partner is a very, very lucrative business to be in. I would think that no one was silly enough to not be to get out and not be vested anymore, right? So those are the notes. All right. So the question is in the chat, who is in? Because Dan has to give you the next steps.
I am. Darling.
All right, I'm pulling up the chat now.
Yeah, I've got that pulled up. I actually have everybody's email address already because they're already in the system. So I've been able to look up everybody's email. So the only thing now is just checking that everybody's been in for 4 months, right?
Yeah. Brian, I didn't understand your thing, Brian. What kind of muffin? I just realized what you're talking about. Yeah.
Chris, I have a question really quick.
What's up, man?
I would like to learn more about the webinars. Like, is this something that you already provide us recorded and we can probably like say our community, hey, we have a webinar Wednesday, 8 p.m. Check it out. We give a brief introduction and then we throw the recording, or you're going to do it live?
Yeah. So, well, okay, I'll tell you exactly how it works. That's a good question. We did, I think it's 3, maybe 4 webinars when we launched 3.0. And we got tons of sales on it. Right, I think it was 56% of our partners now are just from those 2, 3, or 4 that we did. And there's a very specific method. The framework is still there, Andres. I just have to update it with the 4.0 features and kick out the 3.0 features. But it's very scripted, much like our listing presentation that you have. They're very scripted and slides at specific points to say specific things. So I told Dan that once we launch 4.0, I'm going to do about 1 a week, probably for about 2 months. And then from those 8 or so, kind of gauge the how that's working out in terms of I don't know, whatever the sales ratio is. But you can start whenever. I'm going to have that done after I have 4.0 completed, which is very soon. I'm almost done with it. And then you can sit in on my first sales webinar and it'll be recorded. So all you have to do is copy mine. And good for you, Andres. You have a big Spanish speaking following. It'd be great for you to reach an audience I can't reach, right?
Yeah.
Just translate that shit into Spanish. Well, then the training has to be in Spanish.
Most of them are bilinguals. So can do it. Yeah.
Well, good. That's an opportunity. So the answer, anyway, so how the structure works for sales webinars is like this, Andres. You will just say, Chris, Dan, I want to do one a month. They work best on Thursdays. So how it works is you start doing promotion for it on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Emails, content. We'll run targeted ads, which you don't have to cover. The company will cover. So you have zero financial risk. You just have to perform, and then you'll do the sales webinar. And then after the sales webinar, there's follow-up sequences, which you should be a part of. Anyone who came, you should reach out either as a call or a text. But also there'll be automatic emails too, like, hey, do you have any questions? Blah, 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 blah. And that's how the system works.
Excellent. Thank you, Chris. Yeah, I'm really interested in that.
Well, I'm glad to see you, by the way.
Yeah,
Andres.
I can't wait to get back.
I know, man. We gotta get you back in action. This man was too busy singing and performing for the ladies. Now he's back. All right.
Thank you.
Do I have any more slides? All right, so let's go on to the next slide because Dan has to get you guys set up. So here's how the process works. Dan has do you need him to send? What do you need from them right now, Dan?
You know what? I'm going to send invites to everybody here.
Okay.
And some people, one person here already has an invite and she already signed up, or one or two people actually. I'm going to send everybody invites. And yeah, we'll get them in there.
All right. So you get an invite as you see on the screen, and then from your invite, you're going to have a login portal, right? And I'm going to show you what the login portal. So you have your own affiliated portal. I highly recommend you saving this to your desktop, to your phone, your portal, so you don't forget about it. Right? This might be a new future if real estate sales is not for everyone. Some people, this might be a better option. I see Vinny and Dahlia perking up. This is right up both of those guys' alley. They know real estate well, but they rather do this type of stuff. I don't blame you. And so basically it's like that. So you get your login, and then here's like your dashboard. It's not a lot for right now because we just started it, but you'll have your own affiliated link on the bottom that you will use. You can tiny URL it. You can create your own domain name, whatever you want, but that's where your link will be. And it'll tell you what your clicks are, how many conversions you have, what your conversion rate is, and all that. It's pretty darn cool. And then we go in every month to all the affiliates, see who sold what, and then we PayPal you your 47%. That's how it works.
Are we going to be posting this like on our social media?
Yes, Darlene, way better than what you have been posting and sharing.
Yeah,
By
I
the
know.
way.
I can't help it.
I know you're obsessed.
I'm not obsessed. I need to get back into real estate. I'm not obsessed. I don't even know what the word is.
I know. I'm just teasing you. You know I'm teasing you. But yeah, do this stuff instead and actually make money from your stuff.
I've been in a funk, right? I noticed on your today a lot of names I don't even recognize. I just want to say I found Chris. It's been almost 4 years now.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of times I put all of this to use and then I kind of get in my own funk, but I continue to pay because his stuff and everything that he does makes so much sense. And I had my best year in 2022 because of a lot of the stuff that I implemented from Chris. And I've been doing this 37 years.
Thank you.
That's all I had to say.
Well,
that's really
because
nice.
of that, I need your Venmo. Thank you.
You can have my Venmo.
We'll take your PayPal.
Yeah, you hit your PayPal.
So everybody, I am sending out the link right now. You're going to receive a message from us. It's going to look similar. There will be a link in there. Click that link. It will take you to a very short form. You need to add your name, your email address, and most importantly, you need to add your PayPal email address. If you don't have a PayPal email address, use the one that you will have because you'll need to make an account because that's the only way we can pay you. So yeah, put your main email address that you'll keep in there. I would recommend using a personal email address. You don't want, for whatever reason, if you're not at your brokerage anymore and you can't receive that email. So use your personal stuff. in there, you'll find one share link. We've only added one. As we decide to put more offers in there, you'll have more links. But yes, I'm sending it out right now, and you should have it any second now. So,
All right. Let me know if you guys need help with it.
and honestly, even if you didn't say yes, you wanted to be in it, I sent you the link anyway. You can just ignore it or whatever, and we'll remove you in time if you never reply. So, yeah, got everybody in there.
Sweet. So we got a couple minutes for I went a lot faster than I expected. I shouldn't have had a pre-workout before this. I was all amped up. But what questions or thoughts you guys have? Honestly, we're trying to make real estate training not only as accessible as possible, but a way for everyone can actually benefit and grow from it, right? And that's been the ultimate goal for day one. And we found out along this long journey and road, there has been a lot of problems and hiccups. And we're hoping with this version 4.0, we solved all of those, including giving people an option to make money in real estate without actually being a realtor. Let's be real. Real estate's not for everyone.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Chris, I wanted to ask you a quick question. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's why we're here. What's
So,
up?
so the 4.0, it has the 6-step process and it has the high ramp, it's called the faster ramp.
Speed ramp, baby.
The
Pew.
speed ramp. There you go. Okay. So it's an option the subscriber takes. I want to do the 6-step process, or I want to do the speed ramp, or the 4.0 is the speed ramp.
Nope, it's one or two options.
Okay. Okay.
We're solving all problems in this version.
Nice.
Go quick,
Right.
go normal,
Nice.
or a combination of both.
Hey,
Yeah,
Chris.
well, very good.
Yes. Whoever.
Chris.
Hey, Vinny.
So if somebody came in fresh, would you recommend that they go straight to 4.0 and like not look at the older stuff that's in the library?
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, in all transparency, I'll just so you know how it's set up.
Right.
When I drew out 4.0 in phases, there's so much stuff in the 3.0 and 2.0 that's still relevant.
Okay.
And I reused it because I'm like, A, I'm skinnier. And B, I was like, there's no real reason to redo this. It's still good. But then when I saw where there's pieces missing, I recorded new stuff where it was appropriate.
Got it. Okay, so it has 2 and 3 incorporated into the revised version of 4.
Yeah, the stuff that's relevant,
Right.
and I got rid of the stuff.
Good way
that's
to put
not.
it, Dan.
He says yes.
Yeah.
I
And
saw that.
every new one, you'll get the newest version if you're already a member. So you get everything back past and everything forward from there. So there are actually a couple questions, some sent directly to me. So I'll do my best to answer all those. Somebody asked me a question about if we can ACH. Vinny, yeah, that was you. I'm sorry. I don't think we can. If I gotta keep it to one thing. If this becomes a problem, I'm willing to switch it up, but I'd like to try to keep it all with one tool. Thomas, I'm sorry, you were banned from PayPal. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't think we have a choice. That's how Kajabi sets up, right?
Yeah. So
well, let's see. I mean, listen, if someone's a high producer that's providing good profit for us, I'll make anything work.
You know what? Fair. Okay, that's very fair. Yes.
Whatever. We'll like.
So
bring a
Vinny,
suitcase
100
of cash
referrals
over
per
if we have
month,
to.
please.
So Peter, Michael, are you there? I was kind of curious in your thoughts on this because you're into multiple aspects of real estate. If you're there, Peter.
I am, but I was a little bit in and out. So I 120% support the affiliate offer and how you have it set up. Are you specifically asking me about the PayPal payouts or just in general?
Just in general, your thoughts.
Oh, so I love this. I think this is the thing that you can do to give people an option to support and grow. And two, I love the affiliate offers because it's a win-win situation with the way you have your commission and everything else set up. It's a no-brainer, and it gives you an outlet to impact more people at a at an accelerated pace and make it a win-win for everybody involved. The fact that you're doing this, I think, is absolutely crazy in a really good way from that perspective. And I've always ran affiliate offers. I have affiliate money coming in left and right from my previous ventures before I was selling real estate. And that is literally the best money that comes in because it's truly mailbox money, right?
It's mailbox money once you get it, right?
Yeah, so like I got a couple of grand just coming in from affiliate offers that I've sold literally 5, 6, 7 years ago. That's just comes. So if somebody's looking to add another revenue to their business, and whether it's not selling real estate at that level, I mean, imagine what can another $1,000, $2,000 do for you a month? That takes care of payment, maybe mortgage, maybe an extra vacation for people. And it kind of, balances out that roller coasters of the ups and downs. So
It does.
I think it's huge. I think it's huge.
So real talk, the first training that I mentioned earlier when we started was called the Cusi method with another gentleman, and it's still up and running. You can still buy it. It hasn't been updated in years, and there's still people paying monthly into it. I don't run it. I get my check every month. And it's like, even like 5 years later, and I did one sales webinar on it. I don't even know. It's like $450, $500 every month. It pays for my car. And that's the power of residual money once you just start doing it. And the cool thing about this, I was like, they don't have to do any thinking. Like, they just have to present what is handed to them. And then now they get a good training. And not only that, imagine the referrals that people can get. And for us, selfishly, we have salespeople working for us. So it's like, it works for everyone, right? We do all the risk, we do all the hard work. And then the people that want to have a residual lifestyle in addition or totally now has that option. So you nailed it. Thank you very much. That's the whole point.
Here's the other thing that I'll tell you is once you are promoting something, all of you guys are going to stand in integrity, and all of us, not just you, all of us are going to stand in integrity because you're actually going to look at the training, implement it, and it's going to be a byproduct of exponentially growing your business. I mean, Chris is spot on. I mean, the training that I'm implementing has absolutely unequivocally changed my business with just little tweaks to the fact that every single one of us on this call can not only have a couple of thousand coming in, with true effort and some work put into it on the affiliate, but now on your business too. I mean, what if this training gets you 1 or 2 deals? The selling of this, affiliate offer makes it such a no-brainer because of the impact that it has on you and your business directly as well. So I love it, man. I truly admire what you're doing with that.
I appreciate it. That's why I want to get you to say something because I knew you would be positive.
Hey, there's a reason why you're not paying me for this, but now I can get paid on this.
All right, but in serious concerns, I know this is a business that Dahlia and Vinny, that you guys already kind of do already, with other aspects. You guys been in this type of game as friends. I'm looking for your honest opinion, not like blowing smoke shit, like honest opinion. How do you think this is going to pan out to grow your business and of course ours, honestly?
I'll go first.
Okay.
So this will be huge, right? Because it is going to help you strengthen some relationships with some agents, right? And it's going to help the goodness continue and help other people who may not be exposed to you and to your methods and to your thinking and your process to get better and to do some things without being salesy and without doing the old school methods, right? The old school of calling them for sale by owners, calling the expireds, doing the door knocking, the open houses, but using the social media as a platform at a whole different level to be able to, grow their business and essentially be better. So that's great on that end to help other people learn and grow. And then of course, mailbox money is always great. And, people, I know people who are living a big life. Their wives have quit their jobs and able to stay home and raise the kids because of mailbox money. So it's going to be a win-win all the way around.
You remind me of someone. He said that there's an agent that's in the training that I'm actually close with. He's not here. He's showing. But I talked to him about this, and the idea of this actually came from not him, but not directly. Anyways, he paid $25,000 for a training and $380 per month of a monthly. So 25 up front, 380 a month. And he goes, your stuff for like nothing is way more than I got out of that. And I'm like, I can't even imagine charging someone who's trying to figure shit out in life that much money, who is going to pay that money probably because they're desperate and they think the answers are behind that big check. Right. So I'm like, I'm going to find a way to do this for free. He's like, well, I'm looking forward to hearing how you do that. And it took me like, I don't know, it took me like 3 or 4 weeks, but talking to Dan, talking with him for like coaching, like, this is the best way I can give it for free and level it up to people can make money if they want to. So thank you for that comment. You reminded me of how this all came together. What's up, Delia?
So my 2 cents is I sent Dan a private message. I'll let you guys talk about that. I don't want to open up a Pandora's box here, but yeah, Chris, when you introduced this, we talked early on 4 years ago that, maybe this was the way that we could approach things, but we never had a formalized structure around it. So I'm very happy that you do right now. I think it's great.
You weren't ready.
Yeah.
We had too many problems to solve, and I think we solved them all in this version. I hope. Well, new problems will probably come up.
Well, I think the key is you're using the Kajabi software that has a formal program to manage all this, to give the links, put the content in, get the offers going. Once you build that out, having a structured software that manages it all is big, because without it, you can't really do it.
Yeah. No, you're right. You need to have a system, which isn't cheap. All right, Sasha, you got a new career change. You want to do this instead?
I will do it alongside real estate, not instead.
I've been trying to nudge her in different directions since the day I met her. I'll win it. I'll win eventually. Thank you, Oh, by the way, thank you, Dahlia. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just saw her dozing off and wanted to get her before she fell asleep. All right, I'm good, guys. Unless you guys have any questions. What's up?
I do have a question.
Sure. What's up? Who's that?
Bianca.
Hey, Bianca.
Hey. So, I guess question and comment also. Can you guys hear me? Because I have the AC on blast right now. I'm in the car.
You're good.
Okay, good. So I really like this structure that you are rolling out with and this affiliate program. So I kind of just wanted to say that. I think that with your training, even though I'm fairly newer, this year new to you and to your training and your structures and all that, I think it's going to be great because it's basically like a way for us to be able to expand on everything that you do and help others, which I'm guessing is the whole point. So I love that. I definitely want to be able to bring this into my firm, like as an incentive for, well, I guess that's what I want to ask. Is this something that we could use as an incentive and or a tool to provide to our agents, to our team within our firms?
Other brokers have asked that too, and we are working on a broker package when 4.0 gets rolled out. That would make the most sense. I'm not exactly sure what that's going to look like, but since you're here, sorry, I realized I cut you off, but I didn't mean to. But since you are a broker, and we're all friends here. This is, I'm not dictating anything. I'm really curious to learn here. What do you think would be a good, fair package for a broker to offer their agents?
Well, I was kind of in and out when I got here late. So I kind of jumped in right when you started to talk about the speed ramp and the 4.0 and then from there. So I didn't even really catch what is included in this. But to my understanding is that it is is it like a set start and end training?
Oh, yeah. I'll give you
or
a quick.
Is it like, okay.
No, sorry. I keep cutting you off.
No. So I just didn't know if it was like a start end, timed self-time training, or if it was like a monthly training, or if it's, oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's two in 4.0. 4.0 originally was going to be the fourth version of how we've always done it, which were pretty long and in depth and tons of content. And then through Q&A sessions, I realized that's not what works for not everyone. So now I'm giving people two options. One, the traditional model, and two, the speed ramp. By the way, Bianca, from our conversations that we've had here and privately, you're definitely a speed ramp type of girl.
Yes. I was
Right.
just gonna say that. Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. This is what I need. And then once you get bored here, you can implement some stuff you learned there over time. But
Right.
analyticals like the slower pace with a lot of info.
And we get to sell essentially each one.
They're both included.
Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, I love the idea of the speed ramp one. And it depends. I guess I'm looking at this more as like an investment into my business for growing my team, our firm, and also allowing agents to help other agents, not just in our firm.
That's it.
Yeah.
One of the big
So-
reasons we do this is because I was always disappointed in how realtors were perceived and looked at, like we're these shitty salespeople. And I always felt like I'm trying not to sound conceited. I'm not trying to come off in any bad way, but I felt like the way and I did business, provided value to my clients was one of a kind. And I felt like people wouldn't think so shitty of us if
Right.
everyone worked this way, And so I started teaching others. And the flip side of that, ironic flip side, if you provide the values and services and the experiences that they want and crave, your business as a byproduct gets better because you don't have any competition. Anyway, so anyways, that's exactly what it is to elevate other agents we all can make the industry better. So people aren't so excited when the courts take away our money.
And so once we enroll somebody, they have the option to either continue paying their monthly, their monthly fee for the training for as long as they wish, or they now have an option to then enroll people under them.
Well, in order to have people under you, you would have to you would have to be a paying member.
Okay. Got it.
Because think about it. How are you going to tell other people that the product's good if you're not even willing to be a part of the product?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, they've got to be knees deep in themselves.
Yeah. Hey, This is great. Do you do it? Nope. This is silly. Anyways, and by the way, that's your only cost of starting a business. Your only cost of starting a business, $67 a month. Go ahead and open up like a sub shop and try to run it on $67 a month and make the same profit. There's no way. Or any other shop. It's the cheapest, best, least risk business that's out there that we presented to everyone today. Some people are going to realize it and run with it, and some people won't, which is fine. Everyone to each their own. So.
I also have not received the email yet. Just wanted to throw that out there. I checked my spam and I don't see it.
Oh, really? Okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like everybody has received it, and it did take a little while for all of them to get sent. I'll follow up with you.
Dan,
Yeah, sure.
I didn't get mine either, Dan.
All right, who didn't get theirs?
I have received mine.
All right,
so
we do have a bunch of signups already, so I know they're going out for it.
What's the subject line?
Oh God,
or who's it coming from?
Well, it's coming. Let me tell you, because I think it's a different platform.
Coaching by Cusi.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get it.
Yeah, it should coaching by Cusi, parentheses, formerly. So I can tell you guys the email addresses that I used. So Thomas, I know I added yours in there. Bear with me here. I'll tell you what in a second. Where did you go? Of course, Chris, talk while I'm looking for everything.
I am going to Google, not this. I am going to Google what we can buy with $3,000 a month. Get you excited because I'm curious.
So, Chris, I have a quick question, just so I make sure I'm understanding this correctly.
What's up, Teresa?
Oh, sorry, just real quick. So you get them in, and then they'll go to the trainings, like what I've been doing, correct?
Yep.
Okay, got it.
So by the way, guys, the email came from me. Thank you, Mike, for sharing that with me. It came from Daniel-Lastman at t.kajabimail.com. Kajabi's our platform.
Yeah, I don't have it.
Thomas, I use thomas.salzman at kw.com. Who else? Sorry, it's not, I can only add 25 people per page, so it doesn't show me everything. But I know I've got people in here. So Mike, Steve, Andres, you guys all signed up. Brian, Steven, Mashad. You know what? Darlene, you know what? I'm not sure. I may have missed you, and I apologize for that. Let me get you in here.
Haven't been around much, so.
We still love you. Sasha, I think I added you as well, but I'll double check that email.
Do you want me to text you my email now?
I have it.
You have it? Okay.
Well, maybe you have a
Chris, I
new
have
one.
a question.
Who said that?
Candy.
Oh, hey, Candy. What's up?
Hi.
Hey.
Quick question. Are we able to change the trial period? Because the residual won't start until the 4th month.
Don't worry about that. We'll take care of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you make a sale, then
yeah,
you're here today. That means
you're good. You're good.
good.
We're gonna, today's a little bit different, I think, for everybody going forward. There's gonna be a little bit more strict on those rules, but everybody here today is good.
Yeah, and by the way, you can promote. You don't have to wait for 4.0. You can start promoting now, and you can because it's cheaper now. So if you say, hey, this thing is going to go when the new version comes out, it's going to go up, not a lot, but still, it's going to go up $7 a month, and you might as well, pay the cheaper price now. And plus, it's only $1 for 90 days anyhow, right? I don't know how that's gonna. We are gonna. Oh yeah, and when we come out with 4.0, we are sunsetting the 90-day thing. We have learned that for the most part, the people who are ready and rock and ready to go don't give a shit about 90-day periods. So they go now. You know what I mean? We started doing the 90-day period. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. We just like, let's let them do let's let them try it. But then we realized that actually ended up being more of a headache than anything, canceling, starting back up, those types of people. So it doesn't matter.
I think 90 days is too long.
Well, you can give us money sooner. I'm not stopping you.
I've been giving you monies.
But yeah, the go-getters and the winners and they just breeze right past. They're like, it's stupid. Let's just start now. It's the dilly-dallying. It's the ones who cancel and hey, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cancel. Let me start back up. Blah 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 blah. Anyways, I don't want to belittle anyone, but that's how it's been working out. All right, James, what you got for me, man? You always have some very valuable information, but I know I need to call on you to get it out of you. What do you think?
Chris, I have a question.
Oh, okay, James, you're on hold. Monty, what's up? Was that Monty?
No.
Who was that? That was okay. They left.
So there was someone just had a good question. Where would it go? Patrick. Patrick just had a good question. Is this the same username and password that you use to get into the training? No, it is. It technically can be, but it's a different website. It's a different login. So you could, in theory, use that, but it's not. So whatever you do, you'll have to create something new and different for this. So you still have to create an account. Cleveland's, you had a question. Let me unmute you, or you ask to unmute you. There you go. Cleveland's, you can ask your question if you like.
Where is he? I don't even see him. Where do you see him?
It's at the top for me. I don't know.
I see his face, but he's muted.
Got his hand up.
Yeah, so Cleveland, if you have a question, feel free to ask. You put it in the chat too if you want. Oh.
I legit don't see that, man.
But you're unmuted.
Oh, there he is.
And it does look like we've got a lot of people signed up now already. Not a lot, about half.
If you guys want to start today, and if you're interested, I do have an idea. It's up to you, or you can wait till the next training. But let me know while we're waiting for the next question or Cleveland's to figure out his mic.
My question was like, do the person have to be a realtor to
You're breaking up, brother.
Yeah.
I don't hear. I'm sorry, Cleveland's. I do want to know your question. It's not coming through. Where are my scripts? I had a whole bunch of scripts ready for you guys for next week. I can't find them.
Yeah, tell us.
I gotta figure out where they are. I don't know where they are. I shut everything down for this thing.
And I got my hair did.
Oh, you look great. Look at you. You got a date?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna make one.
That's what I'm talking about. Get it. I do. I actually really do like your hair. It looks good.
Chris, I have a question. This is Monica.
Hey, Monica, what's up?
So, so when people are going to be going, is it going to be the live training, the same that we got, or is going to be the training that it's already made?
Both. They're included. We're still going to do
Oh,
our.
they're included into this. Okay. Into the same training that we've been getting every week. Okay.
Do you know what other coaching programs charge for weekly Zooms? How much,
No.
Teresa? Teresa, how much you looked into it? Or Teresa?
Yeah, they're expensive. For weekly, you're probably talking, if it's at least $1,000.
Yep. And if
A
you want
month.
to do three
Right.
calls, if you want to do three calls with the trainer, it's $1,500.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's not, no. All you have to do is just share what you're doing. So it should be an easy sell. There's obviously a huge need out there for quality.
Yeah. I don't know. I'll have them ready for you guys next time. I had 2 different scripts that you can just just text realtors or Facebook message them. And just I was going to recommend going back and forth and see which one stuck the best with your link. I don't know where it is. All right, it's 1:00. My time block for my next thing is here. I'm going to go work on that. Which, if you guys want to know, since you're here. Boom, my dailies. I got to get an hour in before I get my kids from school. So
Hey,
I'm going to do that
Chris.
unless there's any other questions or any thoughts.
His question is in the chat.
Oh.
Cleveland's had a question about whether you actually need to be a realtor yet. And the answer to that to me is no. So I think that's a very good question. I don't think you need to be a realtor yet, unless Chris.
No.
Yeah.
This stuff works for any business.
By the way, it really does. I have applied these concepts in my marketing consulting business, especially the soap opera sequence, and that has worked exceptionally well. I have one client, we wrote a case study on it. It was great.
You wrote a case study on your soap opera emails?
Yeah, because they got tons of new signups.
Oh, no shit.
Yeah.
That's cool. All right, guys, unless you need my help, I'm very anal with my schedule. So I'm going to stick to it. Unless you guys have any other questions. You got to stick on your schedule, man, no matter what.
That's why you're so successful. All right, buddy. Thanks for everything.
I'll see you guys later.
Soon.
Bye.
Ciao.
Take care, everybody.
Guys,
if anybody has any questions, email me, Daniel@suitupagents.com. Raquel, I see your message. Candy, I'll get back to you right now.
So you got to connect a bank account to your PayPal, right?
You do, yes.
Okay.
Yep. So, all right, guys, take care. Candy will be in touch. Bye.
Bye.